Oh, okay.
Hello, everybody, and welcome to Dungeons and Drams. So, tonight, look at that Ed face. It's just the best. So thank you everybody for joining us here tonight. We have an awesome episode for you tonight. I know I say that every week, but this one I'm particularly excited for. But as always, let me introduce our folks here. So we've got Ed from the Rotgut Review. Hi, Ed.
Hello.
Your video looks much crisper this week.
Oh, I'm glad. Yeah. I it's good. I do have it at a weird angle because I don't have everything set up yet still. But
that's
other than that, it's looking pretty good, right?
Well, it also looks
I like it because I can
rate,
see less of your face. That's what I like.
There you go.
That makes perfect sense.
That's just mean.
You can also see my double chin and my neck beard. It's very appealing.
Speaking of very appealing, hi Jason.
What's going on, guys? Welcome in for another exciting night. I'm a little bit scared. Bill's been building this one up, our dungeon master, as there's nowhere to hide because we're still on a friggin' boat. So I'm just waiting for the Kraken to come out and kill us all. So I'm looking forward to tonight. I'll be playing, as always, Alessio Morte, the Dark Soul. The dark, very dark soul. And for that, I picked a very dark whiskey. This is the She's My Sherry Pie Passion Journey Starlight pick. That's finished in a ridiculously dark Oloroso sherry barrel. That's delicious. So I'm going to be drinking that tonight.
That sounds
perfect.
Great. Nice. Let's keep going clockwise here. Clifton, hey.
Hello. Well, Jason, actually, we didn't plan this, but I actually picked a heavily sherried whiskey as well. I grabbed the Redbreast PX cask.
Oh, nice.
So,
we were just talking about that last week.
Yeah.
So,
I did a video on that, and that ended up being my favorite out of the kind of the specialty Redbreasts.
Yeah, I'm drinking this way too quickly for how much ever it was. But so I'm excited to drink that tonight. I'm excited for the game, and I'm playing Knobolas, the half-elf warlock. And he got a very scary warning at the end of the last episode, so I'm very intrigued to see what happens tonight.
That's right.
Awesome. And I actually found out this week that Knobolas, or Clifton, being the historical YouTube celebrity that he is, apparently, back in 2012 or something, he met one of my favorite OG YouTubers, Mr. Safety, which I just was surprised to see. It was his face on Clifton's old YouTube channel. I was like, what the hell? So I used to have a t-shirt from the guy. I used to follow all his I was a big fan, and very surprised.
When people discover my old channel, they go down the rabbit hole, and it's so embarrassing.
It's
I was a teenager. I'm sorry.
Channel?
He's got 15-year-old videos in there.
Yeah, I started uploading when I was 15 or 16.
Oh my gosh.
It's embarrassing.
Yeah, the one when he reveals his arm constantly comes up in my YouTube feed all the time.
Apparently a pretty interesting topic, but
I'm gonna have to find this. It sounds awesome.
Yeah.
All right, and then the much beloved and much missed Molly is here. Hi, Molly. Thank you for saving me from these guys.
I'm a little sad that I missed some of the last couple of weeks of events, but happy to be here tonight. And also, guys, I actually drank some whiskey with Bill in real life on Friday.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, what'd you drink?
In real life?
In real life. Yes.
he does exist.
He's not
I do drink.
They do exist. Yes. What did you pick, Molly? You picked something good. Was it the Remus 4? Was it?
It absolutely was. I chose it because Remus makes me think of Harry Potter. I don't pick whiskeys based on any knowledge that I have. I just go for, that's a pretty bottle, or I like that label. So,
well, that's a good choice. Remus is one of my favorites. It was in my top 10 of last year, so I'm excited to try the new batch. They recently announced batch 6, so I'm hopefully getting a sample of that.
Yeah, don't feel bad, Molly. A lot of whiskey drinkers in general just like to look at pretty bottles and then buy them.
100%. Yep.
Myself included.
I will say the
Blanton's.
Yeah. Yes. It's so shiny and it's smells like potato.
Look at the pretty horsey. I have to have it.
It's golden on that one. That one's a golden horsey.
It's gold.
So Molly has picked a grand total of 2 whiskeys from my collection ever. The first one was Ardbeg 10, and the second one was Remus Repeal 4. So
Wow.
yeah, doing
Good
all right.
choices.
So,
Yeah, those are solid.
And
Awesome.
surprisingly, I do well with doing a little sniff test at the beginning, because I remember you've always asked me what can you get out of this, and with the Remus, I was like, definitely some cinnamon. I'm getting some sort of sweetness in there, and that seems like it was spot on. So
There you are. Yeah.
I'm learning,
and-
team.
yeah,
I'm learning.
MGP and cinnamon go pretty hand in hand. So good call, Molly.
for sure. So as always, everybody in the chat, let us know what you're drinking tonight. I am actually, unfortunately, I am remaining. Well, I've already had 2 beers earlier, so I guess not sober is not the right word, but I'm not drinking tonight. Long story. Just not feeling like drinking, but we'll see where the night takes me. Maybe I'll pour something. We'll see.
We like when we hear drunk salt.
Yeah.
Yeah, no,
salty.
actually, Bill, I am taking a break today as well. I've just got.
Oh, that's the tiniest little can. Look at how
I
tiny
know,
it
isn't it
is.
cute? I brought like 3 of them just in case. So
Awesome. All right, so I was quizzing these guys on what had happened in the last couple episodes, but for anybody who may have missed last week or this week, actually, sorry, two more things I want to talk about. Number one, if you guys are a little behind, then just check out, I put a recap of episodes 1 through 14 up, or if you just kind of want to refresh yourself. It ended up being like a 14-minute video, which saves you, about 10 times that many hours in watch time. So if you're behind or you missed something, go check that one out. I think you'll enjoy it. And then second, just make sure you guys join the Discord. There's a link to it down in the description, as well as all the other usual links that you'll find. So, all right, let's go ahead and recap the last episode. So when we last saw our heroes, they had made their way aboard a peculiar floating island that they had found in the middle of the sea. On this island, they discovered a cave entrance and found... Hold on a second. I am totally on the wrong file. Hold on. Sorry.
yeah, I was going to say that sounded like 2 weeks ago.
At first I was thinking, I'm like, oh, maybe I kind of went back a little bit for Molly's sake, but nope, totally on the wrong file. Hold on. All right, let's try this again. When last we saw our heroes, they were just heading below deck after a pretty eventful day. A day starting with Squall throwing an orc overboard who took the fall, literally, for Cohen being let out of his cell. Knobolas spotted a large shark heading in his direction of where the orc had fallen. Later on, something large had brushed against the side of the ship and left what appeared to be skin dangling behind in the hold. Agnomeio swained the heck out of the boat and fixed it along with the ship wizard Elric. A bronze dragon by the name of Demigal landed aboard the ship and appeared to be paid off by Squall using a legendary sword once owned by an elven battle maiden. And finally, the boat headed into a large storm ahead of them, lightning striking, winds blowing, and rain falling. But thanks to some piloting by Alessio, the boat made it to the eye of the storm, where Squall encouraged the group to head below deck and get some rest. The group caught some much-needed sleep, but Knobolas was shocked awake by a familiar voice in his head, that of his mother, telling him that he's in danger and that he should wake up. All right, so we're going to come over here. Are you guys excited?
Hey, wake up!
I don't know why. I'm trying to picture Knobolas' mother's voice. Like, hey, Knobolas, get out here and sing to honey.
Or it's like, hey, listen!
Navi.
Excellent.
Get
All
up,
right.
Knobolas, the nipples are in danger.
I was like, I didn't get these nipples from my father. Is all I gotta say.
All right, so now that you guys you're just scared. That's why you're killing my mood. That's okay.
Yeah, we're totally stalling before you kill us all.
Yeah, I don't want to find out what's hunting Knobolas.
All right, so Knobolas, your eyes snap open, and looming above you, you see a creature, humanoid, but barely. Its blue screen scales reflect the light off the lantern in the room. Elaborate fins crest its head, and its clawed, webbed hands clutch a trident coming down towards your chest. I want you... what is your AC?
1 second, my game is loading. So
Oh, jeez.
I can't.
It didn't bring you... Come on. Not you. I just... All right. I'm pulling you all to the scene.
I just woke up.
I even preloaded the damn thing. All right.
14.
14. Okay. So luckily, so you react just quick enough. The sound in your head Waking you up, you snap your eyes open and you see the trident coming down, and you roll off of the bed, and it pierces the bed, and as he pulls it back out, some feathers erupt from the hole that was just created. This creature, known as a Sahuagin, pulls the trident back to itself. Molly, the noise of the trident hitting the bed, you're in here now too. Okay, the noise of the trident hitting the bed also wakes you up, and you see a similar sight above you. A being with murderous intent in its eyes plunges a trident down towards your chest. Go ahead and tell me what your AC is.
Oh my god. Is this how it begins? Hell.
My AC is 18.
All right, so luckily making a good decision to sleep in your armor, not knowing what the... Well, no, correct. Not knowing what the storm was going to bring and knowing you just needed to get some rest, kind of saved you here. So the Sahuagin, he also stabs down with the trident, and you reach up and you grab in between the different prongs and kind of shoot it off to the side. The trident plunges into the wall, and he takes a minute to pull it back out, looking at you. All right. Why don't you both roll for initiative?
All right, we got this.
I have a game paused message. Should I just hit refresh on Foundry real quick?
Yes, please. Because the game's definitely not paused. All right, so for you, Knobolas, so you rolled pretty high. We'll just assume you go first. So why don't you tell me what you'd like to do?
All right, well, so this thing's like no longer on top of me, right? Like it's kind of like beside me.
So basically, he's standing over you. You're now on the floor, but let's just say for the sake of this that you're not prone, and he's kind of standing over you with the trident. He's about to kind of come at you again.
Okay. Might as well just go ahead and Eldritch Blast him. Go off hard to start with. So.
Sure. All right. So
when in doubt, just shoot him with the nips.
So 26 attack.
26 then... definitely hits. All right. So for 9 damage. For 9 damage. All right. So shooting the Eldritch Blast out of your you roll off the bed and you pull your shirt back like a hero and you zap him, and you blast this creature with your nipples.
Does he like fly back like out of the way, or is he like still standing?
No, he takes it. It hurt, but he's determined. All right, so Daffy, why don't you go next?
Alrighty. I would like to do some stabbing of this thing, so I will attack with my short sword.
Excellent. All right.
Tell me that hits.
21 hits, yes.
Nice.
So you do 8 points of damage to the Sahuagin. So you take advantage of the fact that the trident's in the wall, and you just kind of reach up with your sword and you stab him right through the stomach. And actually, sorry, Knobolas, I didn't give you your move. Did you want to do anything?
Well, that's why I asked if he was like blocking me, because I was going to say I was going to go try to wake up our friends, but if he's in the way, I don't think I can do that. So
I would say he's in your way to physically move past him. Yeah.
Okay.
Although you could climb over those footlockers actually if you'd like to.
I'm just trying to get a visual of.
They sell sneakers in this universe?
Sure, why not?
I feel like I should just scream, because I feel like they're close enough that if I just scream that our friends will wake up. So I'm just gonna scream.
Okay. Are you saying anything in particular, or are you just screaming?
I'm just gonna scream. I'm just gonna go ah.
Okay.
Hope that'll wake them up.
All right, so then we'll take care of that in just a sec. So Daffy, did you want to do anything else with your turn?
Well, to compliment Knobolas' scream, I think I'm going to be like, wake up, you guys!
Excellent.
Just so that they get the picture that, there might be danger or something.
All right.
Well, it wasn't just a nightmare.
In that case, Alessio, Agnomeio, and then Elric will also roll initiative.
Okay. Okie dokie.
Ooh, a 19. That's pretty good for me.
I initiate nothing.
All right, so Agnomeio, you are up next.
Okay. I flop out of bed and I walk to the door wearing a sleeping cap, and then my hat is also wearing a small sleeping cap as well. And I walk to the door like, what's going on? What's up, guys? Oh shit! Oh shit! We're under attack, guys. Oh boy. take the sleeping cap off the hat and put it on over my sleeping cap, and then I'll charge into battle valiantly.
Excellent. All right. What are you doing?
I'm going to come to here, and I'm going to stab the Sahugan next to Knobolas in the back.
All right. You can roll with advantage because you have flanking.
Very cool. Okay, well, I got a crit on the first one, so that'll work.
So you
14.
All right, so you do 14 points of damage. So you run up behind this guy. Do you remove your sleeping cap, or is it still on?
No, I'm wearing my sombrero.
You're wearing your hat, but your hat's wearing
over my sleeping cap.
Fantastic. All right, so the sleeping cap causing your hat to fit just a little bit more snugly does not fall off your head as you rush into the other room and stab this beast through the back. He is still alive, but just barely. All right, anything else?
Nope, that'll be it for me.
All right, up next is our buddy, the Sahuagin, again. So Knobolas, he's going to make another attack against you.
All right.
With his trident. He's going to miss terribly.
Yeah.
So he rolled an 8. So he is not too happy, and he's I think, what would he do? I think he's going to retreat just, I guess he probably would retreat. He doesn't necessarily know about opportunity attacks. He's going to retreat a couple of steps back. So Knobolas, you'll get an opportunity attack with a melee if you'd like. And then, yep, go ahead.
I'm gonna use my, so I have 2 daggers. I rarely use my daggers because I have such powerful nipples. Can I use both of them or just one?
In this case, you can only use one.
Okay, gotcha. So I'm gonna hit him with my dagger. Attack 22 and hit with 7.
All right, 22 definitely hits, and a 7 will kill him. So you manage to stab him as he's walking away, and he just kind of slumps down onto the floor. So he is dead. All right.
Awesome.
Cool. All right, up next is, let's see, Alessio.
All right, so let's see, who's attacking right now? We have,
so Nomio's kind of blocking the doorway.
Yep.
But aside from that, all you hear is sound. I would say you could probably see a Nomio fairly easily.
Okay, so I'm gonna jump up and kind of see what's going on.
Okay.
So I can't move my guy. Oh, there we go. So I kind of make my way. Who's next to Daffy? Who is that?
So next to Daffy is one of the creatures.
All right. So, man, can I figure out how to get to the creature to help Daffy out? Or is Agnomeio in the way?
You could also just vault over me. I'm pretty small.
Yeah. Actually, so you can move through a friendly target space as long as you don't.
Oh, I can. Okay.
Yep.
All right. Yeah. So I'm gonna actually move through Agnomeio and get close here because I do want to get close to this thing that's attacking Daffy. I'm going to roll with my dagger to stab him.
Okay. So you are just a little too far away. You're about, yep, okay. Perfect. All right. How much movement did you use? Seems like probably too much. 5, 10, 15, 20, 30. Yeah, I think you moved a little too far.
All right. So should I back up and just use my bow?
I would say with the movement that you have and just the layout of the room, I'm not sure that you could really attack anybody in this room.
Okay.
Sorry, I probably should have stopped you sooner.
Yes. Yeah, so. All right. Well, I guess I'm just going to get a little closer, and then, there's really not much else I can do right now. So.
Sure.
Okay. So good morning, brother and Rapier. We are
being attacked. Hello, Agnomeio. This looks to be like a very desperate situation, but I can't do shit.
All right. Up next is Elric. He's kind of groggily waking up. He says, "Oh, what's going on, guys? What's going on?"
Fish monsters. You know, the usual.
Why are y'all so casual about this?
So he's going to cast Mage Armor on himself. So that's going to be his action, and he's going to kind of step out of the room to see if he can figure out what's going on. All right, not much more he can do there. So up next is our Sahuagin, who's still in here. So he's going to take another attempt at you, Daffy, with his trident.
Oh. Yeah, welcome back, Daffy.
So a 22 to hit.
Owie.
All right, so 4 hit points of damage, and then he's also going to hit you with his, I believe it's his bite attack. Yep. He's going to hit you with his bite attack, too. And he actually gets advantage on this because you're now bleeding.
What the hell?
All right. So he does an extra, well, he did 18, he attacked for 18, which is your AC, so he's going to do 2 more points of damage to you.
So 6 total points.
6 total points, yep.
Jerk face. Okay.
All right. You see him just starting to he's starting to really freak out, like he's just, it's like bloodthirsty. He's just, he sees the blood coming out of you, and he's getting really amped up about it. All right, up next is Daffy.
Well, I see him freaking out, and I'll raise him by freaking out with murder in my eyes.
Nice.
So let me stab him again.
Murder in her eyes would make like a great metalcore song.
Yeah.
Oh, I'm sure it exists. 19 definitely hits for 9 damage.
Yeah.
So he is he's pretty nearing death. He's not looking too hot. All right. Anything else?
I'm just gonna growl at him.
All right.
Freak him out.
So up next is Knobolas.
All right, I think it's time to finish him. So I'm gonna Eldritch Blast this guy right here. Oh, come on. That's like the weakest one I've ever... Oh, never mind. My roll was very weak. My numbers in the end.
17 to hit will definitely hit, and 15 damage will be enough to kill him. So he falls dead to the floor, and starts kind of leaking where you'd think would be blood. It's a mixture of like a green ooze and seawater. It doesn't smell great, but it smells very salty like the ocean, but kind of like low tide ocean. Not great. All right.
I was gonna smell like scotch, but
Yeah.
Anything else?
I'm just gonna walk over and check on Daffy and just make sure she's okay. Just ask if she's okay.
Well, I've been better. What the hell was that thing? How did it get onto our boat?
I have no idea.
Yeah. Why is there like a black cloud inside the damn boat, like on the lower deck? What's happening?
Because it's dark.
Something's not right.
Because somebody forgot to turn off the clouds. Somebody was copying some stuff from level to level, but oh well. All right, so Knobolas
trying to make it hella ominous instead of regular old ominous.
just regular old ominous. All right, anything else, Knobolas? We're gonna be in initiative order for a while here, so tell me what you guys want to do, and then we'll move on from there.
I'm just gonna let the group know that like I had a bad feeling last night, and I think we're in danger beyond just these creatures that just attacked us. I think there's something else darker afoot.
Oh.
Why do you
trust the warlock?
Why do you say that, Knobs?
Let's just say I just had a bad just a feeling. Just a feeling.
Okay. Well,
hey,
everybody should be on alert.
So Knobolas, I want you to make a deception roll for me, and Alessio, I'd like you to make a perception roll for me.
Uh-oh. Oof.
Oh.
All right. So, Alessio, you realize that Knobolas isn't being entirely truthful.
That's right.
There's something more than just a feeling, but can't put your finger on it. All right.
Wait, it's more than a feeling? Did he hear the old song they used to play?
All right. Agnomeio, it's your turn.
All right. Well,
Too easy.
it is best that we go investigate the rest of the sheep. I will go forward with my weep to investigate the sheep. Come out to here.
All right.
So I noticed there's a big old hole in the ship, and also there's another lizard guy.
Sure is. So,
great.
as you guys walk through the door, you realize that the floor is completely soaked with water that seems to be rushing past them.
Oh boy.
you see Elric. He actually casts the light cantrip on himself, which is right here. And then I click a thing, and boom! Yay! All right, so Elric kind of touches the end of his staff, and it lights up. And as you step out of the bedroom, you see that from several of the cells, the water is mixing with blood, and another Sahuagin is attacking Vutha's cell. You hear Vutha grunt and see acid fly as it sprays across the Sahuagin, and he retreats for a moment. Then he looks back and turns at you.
Yeah. You will deal with me now. I'll hit him with my weed.
So Vutha and the Sahuagin have now entered the initiative, and it is still your turn. So you're going to hit him with the weep. Sorry.
Yes.
All right, go for it.
Weed.
My weed. All right. Come on, baby. Oh.
Ooh, that's pretty good. All right. So
you know what? And as long as he's the only one I can see in here, he's the most immediate threat. I'm going to go ahead and use the piercing damage and the grapple real quick. So that's DC 11.
Okay. For the strength saving throw, right?
Yeah.
All right. Let's do a saving throw from him. They're pretty strong, so 14. So he does take he does take the 9 slashing damage and the extra 1 piercing damage. So he'll take 10 damage, which is quite a bit. So you slash him right open, and you see a bunch of that greenish, salty brine kind of fly across the room. Join the rest of the water on the deck. All right. Anything else?
Well, I remember that when we finish up with these guys, we can use their blood to make pickles if we need to. So, waste not, want not.
Anything else?
No, I'm good.
All right, cool. All right, so Vutha kind of rushes to the edge of the. He's still in the cell, but he rushes up to the edge and he tries to grab at the Sahuagin to try to kind of pull him back towards and hold him. So I'm going to have him make a strength check against with an 8. It's almost not even worth rolling, but let's just see. Saving throw. Oh, it totally was. All right, so Vutha manages to grab the Sahuagin, and he kind of leans back and pulls the Sahuagin right up against the bars. So he's currently got him grappled. So any attacks that you guys make against him will have advantage. All right, and Vutha says, "Get me out of here." All right, up next is the Sahuagin, who is going to make an attempt to break free. It's not going to work. And he's grappled, but he does still have use of his hands, and with a trident, he is able to with a trident, he's able to reach you, Agnomeio, because it's got a 10-foot reach. So he's going to make an attempt at you, which I don't think is going to hit, for 12.
Not even a little.
All right, so he tries to stab at you with his trident just as Vutha's pulling him up against the bars, and it just kind of swings right over your head, knocks the tiny little hat off of your hat. I know.
No one touches my hat's hat.
Alessio, you're up.
All right, so I actually, let's see here. So I'm going to kind of rush to this area. And, Agnomeio, I have an idea.
I have those once in a while. What is yours?
Do I use my mage hand to try to open the gate and let our Dragonborn attack? Because I'm wondering if we let him out, will that... I know he's kind of pissed at me personally. but
it's an enemy of the enemy.
But if we let him out, does that maybe give him some trust, but also, give him the advantage to attack this thing?
Yeah, I think that makes sense. Fish people lower on my ratings than cool Dragonborn people. So
All right, so I'm going to use my mage hand to try to open the lock to let him out.
All right, go ahead and roll with your thieves' tools.
Okay, this should be interesting.
I believe they're under your features, but I could be wrong.
I got it, baby. Here
okay,
we go.
Cool. An 8 will not do it, unfortunately.
That was an 8?
Yeah.
Oh, I want this to happen, so I'm gonna risky whiskey it.
All right.
Come on, baby. Oh God.
Come on.
Unfortunately, the DC of this particular cell is a 12. So with a 10, that's not going to do it.
Shit.
All right.
All right, so I rolled like shit. Sorry, guys.
It happens. All right. Anything else, Alessio?
No, I'm just gonna kind of sit here in shame.
All right. So Elric is still kind of wiping the sleep from his eyes, but he's going to move into the room, and he is going to cast Ray of Frost against the Sahuagin. So let's try this. A 13 will... Why don't I see it? Yes, a 13 will hit for 5 damage. So he is not dead, but he also needs to... Spells damage... takes 1d8 cold damage. Oh, yeah. And then speed is reduced by 10. Okay, so it's much slower, but it's grappled anyway, so it doesn't really matter. Oh, actually... No, I don't need advantage, but I guess I'll roll it again just in case I crit. No, I didn't crit. All right. And that will end Elric's turn. All right, Daffy, you are up.
Okay. I believe I have just enough movement to get over there. So I can get around walls, you know.
Well, you're walking through a wall, so there you go.
There we go. There we go.
Mm-hmm.
You know, my eyes are still so filled with a murderous rage.
Can't see walls. Channeling your inner barbarian. Yeah.
Yeah, and because of my murderous rage, I want to kick this fucker.
I love it. Oh, tempting to give you some sort of magic boot. I need to do that at some point.
I know. See how it pans out.
Oh, Das Boot does not pan out.
Oh.
All right, so
God, the freaking low rolls.
You do have advantage. You do. Yep,
yeah.
You certainly do.
Okay.
Yep.
That was a practice kick.
Oh, much better. All
There
right.
you go.
Hey.
An 18 hits. So, all right, tell me how you do this, Molly.
I just give him a swift kick to his gut, and
Awesome.
heals over.
He sure does. So you actually
Powerful kick.
you managed to kick him right where the whip had split his side earlier, and it just gets real sloppy real fast, and he falls to the ground dead.
Ew.
Awesome.
That's awesome.
All right. Anything else, Daffy?
I say, you do not mess with Das Boot. And I just watch his lifeless body crumble to the ground.
Fantastic. So it's at this point where everybody except for Knobolas, although you'll get your turn in just a sec, you guys have noticed that the other 2 prisoners are dead in their cells. The blood obviously coming from them. So Fenmanor and Tanston Fizzlespan are both dead in their cells. And Vutha appears to be pretty hurt.
Are the doors open or are they still locked?
So their cell doors are all locked.
Okay.
Interesting.
Okay. So you guys notice the water starting to get deeper, and it's now completely covering your feet and threatening to soak into the tops of your boots.
Oh boy.
So the
Gonna
water
have to
is
swain the crap out of this.
the water seems to be coming from right over here. Basically, there's a hole down into the lower deck that the water seems to be bubbling out of.
That must be where the demons came from.
All right, Knobolas, you're up.
Well, since I missed out on all that action, I think the first thing I'm gonna do is just catch up with my friends and kind of take a lay of the land. So I think I end up like right here.
Sure.
So I'm gonna see that or not friends, but the prisoners are dead, and I kind of shed a little tear, but no one sees it. It's on my left side, so. But that's it. I just want to get caught up with everyone else, and I see the whole. I mean, there's nothing that I think I can do in this point. I mean, yeah, in my turn.
All right. Sorry, give me just a sec. I tried to fix something, and of course it didn't work. Let's just do that. And that should make that window go away, hopefully. Come on. All right, well, while we're waiting for that. All right, so as I mentioned, the water is getting deeper and deeper the longer that you guys stay here. So what would you like to do?
I want to try to fix the damn hole in the ship.
Yeah, I mean, are we out of initiative order?
You guys are. We're in kind of like a rough initiative order. So, at the moment, like if you guys would like to do anything, you could just tell me.
Okay.
But if the need remains, then we're at least in an order.
Guys, we need
time to get to work on this hole.
Yes, we need to figure out how to save the ship.
Or I mean, or we could ready the lifeboats as another. I mean, we'll see. Let's try to save it first. I like that idea.
Yeah, let's save it before we let's go Titanic and try to save it first.
All right.
Just
So
immediately, just like a single drop of water lands on the deck. Just like,
Knobolas is like abandoned ship.
I'm out.
all right. So Agnomeio, why don't you make a investigation check for me, real quick?
yeah, will do.
All right.
Hey, 17.
So, with a 17, so as you're looking at this hole, first off, the damage is pretty extensive. They pretty much blew a hole in the floor. However, you know, being, I don't think I'm overstepping here. You stick your head down into the hole to look around, and what you see is the whole fourth floor of this boat is completely flooded. And with a 17, I'll tell you, you see some sharks that are swimming down there.
Oh, dear God.
You spot at least 3 of them.
I'm gonna pull my head back out and be like, "Oh, hey, Knobolas, you totally were right, turns out Knobolas had it totally correct." Yeah, I think we should abandon the sheep.
So at this point, you see Walter Davenport, who is one of the other crew members. He runs in and he sees you and he says, "It's completely flooded below. I tried to plug the hole, but sharks began swimming in. We're sinking and sinking fast. We need to get up higher."
Okay, let's go.
So
Well,
he
wait,
starts.
we never got our guy out of the cage. Our dragon
go
thing.
ahead. Yeah.
It's up to you guys.
All right, let's do it. No man left behind. Can I wonder if we can we force this lock maybe?
We have all of us here. Maybe we can.
So your
Nice.
options to get around a lock are either find some creative way through the wall, break it down if you're strong enough, or pick it. Or if you come up with some other creative method.
I feel like I'm pretty strong. Can I just try to freaking, I don't know, get the door open?
Let's do it.
Sure. It is a metal cell door, so the DC is pretty high.
Oh, I was gonna say, can I
No.
come? Wait, I was gonna come help out and use my guidance to help improve her
Sure.
ability
Ooh.
check if she's
So-
planning to do that.
So just while you guys are making your plan, I will say the only limiter that you guys have now is time. You don't have all the time in the world with the current situation you're in. So whatever you decide, pick wisely.
Well, if you want to go for it, I can. Let me know if you want me to do that. I can roll a d4 and add to your ability check. So.
Well, and quickly, like, I'm sure we don't see any keys lying around anywhere.
No.
Probably not. Yeah.
Nope.
All right. Does everyone feel like that's the way to do it then? Just try to force it open?
It's worth a shot.
All right.
Yeah, why not?
All right. So let me roll guidance.
All right. So you touch
roll
you
one.
touch Molly, and she can add a D4 to whatever ability check she decides to make.
Okay. Sounds good.
I'm assuming strength check.
Yep, correct.
That'll make the most most sense. Yeah.
All right. 13 won't do it, but if you want to roll your D4, we'll see if that does.
Come on, baby.
Oh, with a 15. 15 is not enough to break down a metal door. Unfortunately. You were close, though.
Oh
like
my god.
16.
It's like an 18 to 20 somewhere in there I would have taken.
Okay.
So
I won't give up. We're not giving up yet.
I was gonna say.
I'm gonna throw
what-
my little self at the door. I'm just gonna take a running start and just charge at it and throw my shoulder against it.
sure.
Oh shit!
A natural one. So the water is roughly, actually, unfortunately for you, Agnomeio, the water is roughly chest height. For everybody else,
If I
it's
just-
about
If I
waist
just chug
height.
this glass of water, does that count as a risky whiskey?
Sure, but
All right.
you could do a risky whiskey if you'd like. That'll be your one for the night. Unfortunately, a 5's not going to do it.
Man,
right.
everyone's rolling like shit tonight.
I know, it's not great.
Whiskey.
So let's see.
Do we want to
So,
try lock picking?
Agnomeio and Alessio, you both have used your risky whiskeys tonight. Yep.
Yep.
I would say you got one more attempt, but at that point, you guys are going to be swimming to try to get to the stairs.
I have to try again. Can I try to break him out?
You
I'm just
can.
gonna start hacking at the axles with an axe.
So the DC is slightly higher now, Alessio.
What are we at for the thieves' tools?
So you could reuse your thieves' tools. So it was a 12. I'm going to make it a 14 now. So good luck.
Okay.
Well, can I not use guidance on him as well?
You could?
I'd like to use guidance on him as well and help him out.
Sure.
All right, here it comes.
That's
Hold
an
on,
11. But he gets to roll a d4.
Come on.
Still probably can't.
Come on, baby.
What is happening?
You need to roll a d4.
I do?
Yes.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
That's your
Sorry.
guidance. That's all right. So you roll a d4 and you add it to your 11. Oh, no. So you guys see Vutha's starting to kind of give into his fate. He's shaken at the cell, but he knows that he's not getting out. What are you guys going to do?
Shit.
Just say we're sorry. Nothing.
This feels so wrong.
I know, it really does.
Well, I mean, sometimes we got to make tough calls, guys. Unfortunately, we got to get out the ship.
Oof,
I
that
don't
lightning.
want to. I don't want to let him
Feel like
die.
the
Water's getting higher.
Dungeon Master has warned us before. We have not listened. We need to
I
get
know,
off the
I
ship.
know.
I'm trying one more time. Come on.
Well, so wait, these life
You
boats.
son of a bitch.
Well, hold on. So that's a null roll there, even though it's it was totally enough. But at this point, the water is too high for you to get any sort of running or movement start towards the door. There's literally no way for you to break this door at this point.
Are these lifeboats here? Are they still up? Like, are they? I see
The
some in front of us.
So those are hammocks.
Oh,
Oh.
my bad.
Yeah.
Okay.
All right. So if you guys don't start moving, this water's going to start drowning you.
Yeah, let's
Guys,
get the heck
we
out
gotta
of here.
go. We gotta
Let's go.
go.
Sorry, Rutha.
Sorry. We wish you the best.
Vutha is none too happy. He's Alessio, you son of a bitch, this is on you. All right. What are you guys doing? Are you heading to
We're
Getting the heck
running. We're running out of here towards the lifeboat.
All right. So at this point, the water is about chest high. Agnomeio, you're having to kind of do that little like hop under the water kind of thing, just to keep your head up. And you guys make it over to the stairs. So Elric is gonna join you. So Walter Doveport is already he's already gone upstairs at this point. And all right, are you guys climbing?
Yes.
Yes.
All right. So let me bring us up to the second floor. All right.
Oh, the whole gang's here.
Well, that one seemed to load pretty quick. All right, so you climb up the ladder and you see Selro Sparklebell up on top of the table, swinging a short sword at a Sahuagin that has a trident sticking into the back of Salt. She says, "What are these things? Salt, no!"
No, not Salt.
Salt whimpers in pain, then raises his war fork. So I would like... Let's begin combat here. All right, so I'd like you all to roll initiative.
Aww. Oh, finally a good damn roll tonight. Jesus.
All right, so up first is Agnomeio.
Oh my god. I'm going to kill every one of these dirty, cold-blooded beaches. I'm going to rapier this guy in the back. Do I get advantage for flanking, I assume?
You do, yes.
Well, I don't know if I'm going to roll better than that, but I didn't.
All right, so let's see. Oh, it got rid of your last roll, but that's fine. You rolled a 19, so we'll do the 13 damage. I didn't see what the other one was.
Okay.
All All right, so you rapier this guy in the back, and you hit him for 13 damage, which is enough to not kill him, but he did not know you were there, and you managed to land an almost lethal hit in one hit. All right, anything else?
You know what? Fuck this guy in particular. I'm gonna action surge and just stab him again.
Go for it.
Nice.
I am mad right now.
Yes.
All right, 17 will hit, and 9 will be more than enough to kill him. So you run up, you kind of swing around the ladder, you run over to him, and you just right in the back twice with your rapier, and he is
grab him by the throat and just stab him in the Why are
just
you
keep going.
so ugly?
So his trident is still hanging, like it's still stuck in Salt's back, but it is he's no longer holding on to it. All right. Anything else, Agnomeio?
Nope, that'll be it.
All right, so it's Alessio's turn.
All right, so let me look around here. There is still there's somebody in front of Salt. So I leap over the fish onto the tomatoes.
All right.
I take aim at the stupid fucking water lizard. I
Okay.
aim my short bow. And I hit nothing.
And you hit nothing. All right, so
God, what is happening with the dice tonight? Jesus.
Clearly overwhelmed with your emotions about Salt, the cook.
I am.
Yes.
I'm trying too hard to save Salt.
Awesome. All right, anything else?
I'm just gonna lie in the tomatoes.
All right.
Doing a little like tomato angel.
Tomangel.
Yeah.
All right. So Molly, I would say with that 30 feet, you're probably not able to get there, because you'd have to go up and over the table, which would take a little bit of your movement.
But I'm so athletic. I'm so upset over what has just happened with Lutha that I just am jumping over there. No, I'm gonna fly.
You know what? What the hell? Give me a athletics check. If you roll over a 10, I'll give you the extra 5 feet.
All right. Athletics.
Because I like making shit up.
Oh,
you're not able to do it. You actually you trip slightly on the ladder as you're getting up.
Messed up.
I almost wish I tripped over a tomato. That would be a little more funny.
All right. So what are you doing, Molly?
Well, from this distance, I can at least try to do some damage with my crossbow. So I'm gonna go ahead and use that.
Okay. So, still standing on the ladder, you rest your crossbow in between the slats, and you attempt to take a shot, but you can't get around Salt, and you end up shooting a little wide. All right. Anything else?
No.
You don't want to use any of your movement or anything? I'm only saying that because that was your original intent. I figured that.
Yeah. All right. I'll move right next to Alessio, and I'll be like, "Hey, so nice tomatoes over here."
You wanna make some sauce because we suck.
Because I think we're gonna need a new cook soon.
Get some sauce. All right. Up next is the Sahuagin, who is facing Salt at the moment. So he is going to make a trident attack against Salt. He's kind of aiming right for his chest.
This guy
actually, so he gets to roll with advantage actually because Salt is injured. So a 21 will hit Salt. So he's going to do 6 damage to him. And then he's going to follow it up with a bite attack with advantage.
What the hell?
Why is he attacking Salt? Salt's the only one not attacking him.
Bill, if you fucking kill Salt, that's it. I'm done.
No, Bill's not doing anything. This is the way the game's going. All right. So the Sahuagin, he sees everybody coming, and he's kind of going to retreat just a tad bit onto the top of these boxes here. All right. Up next, Walter Doveport. He kind of gets his little bit of a turn. Actually, I'm sorry, he was kind of over here. He's going to take his movement. He's actually going to head towards you, Daffy, with the intent of moving past, but there's a bit of a traffic jam there. Knobolas, you're up.
All right. Well, I feel like Knobolas is the only one that hasn't had a chance to try Salt's food, so he has no real reason to protect him. But I like his cute. I like his voice. I think it's pretty cute. So Knobolas is going to jump up on the table here, and then he is going to kind of scoot past her, and he's going to Eldritch Blast the water creature thing.
So I would say from your angle, you're probably not able to hit him.
Okay.
I don't know how much more movement you have, but 5, 10,
let me
15,
double
20.
check that real quick.
You have 2 more spots that you could move if you want.
Oh, well, I'm just gonna walk across the table casually and end up like right here. How about that?
So I will say, as you walk past, and don't worry, I know I always start things like there's a trap. No, as you walk past, you actually you step over Salt's bag, and you notice that it's totally empty. That big bag on the table, that's the bag that Salt's been cooking from. Completely empty. But that's it. All right, go ahead, and if you want to do your Eldritch Blast, that'd be fine.
Yeah, I wonder if these were for dinner tonight. I don't know, but let's go to Eldritch Blast anyways.
Someone set us up.
Ooh. Let's talk about that later. Let's blast his ass.
All right, go for it. Blast it. Oh.
Nope. I still got a risky whiskey.
Hold on. 12 will hit.
Oh, never mind.
Yeah, you actually, you have a lot of modifiers. All right, so a 12 will hit for 10 damage. So you blast him with your nips. Little chafed from the salt water, you got to say, but just a little bit. All right, anything else?
No, I'm good.
All right. Up next is Elric. So he makes it up from the stairs as well. And he's going to come stand next to you, Agnomeio. Not much that he can really do, to be honest. Actually, yes.
This room's too damn small.
Yeah, I mean, that's part of the fun. So he is going to... No, that's really it. He's not able to do much of anything. All right, up next is Salt. So Salt has his war fork raised. He is going to take he's going to take an attack at the Sahuagin with his battle fork, war fork. Oh yeah.
Nice.
All right, so he hits for 22 for 16 damage, which is just enough. So Salt actually grabs his fork and he kind of thrusts it forward at about waist level, and he picks the Sahuagin up and he pierces him right into the ceiling and just leaves the fork there. So he is pinned to the ceiling, and he kind of itches at his back a little bit, and he picks the trident up, and now he's holding that instead. All right. Up next is Selro Sparklebell. She really didn't get a chance to do a whole heck of anything. So we are roughly out of combat at the moment.
Okay.
All right. So Salt, he reaches over and he grabs his bag off the table. And he says, Salt, no, what is his voice? Hey, that's my bag. All right. Agnomeio, you're kind of up first, but you guys can move as a group or talk or do whatever you'd like.
Okay. Well, I am a little suspicious of that empty bag, I would say. You know, if someone stole from the larder and then we are attacked at the same time, it is a little suspicious. Let us get to the lifeboats.
Yes. Is somebody following us?
All right. So is that the entire... Are you guys heading out?
Yeah, we need to get to the lifeboat.
Yeah, let's take Salt with us.
Yeah, are all the lifeboats still here? That's my question.
So
are the ones that we had with us still here?
So the 2 lifeboats are still there. I'm just making sure of what you guys are doing. That way I can load up the next screen. All right, so if you're all heading out, then we will go to the next screen. All right. So you exit the kitchen to see a skirmish on deck. There's tentacles writhing, coiling, and grasping for purchase. Charles, over the sides of the ship. Charles is viciously engaged with the Sahuagin, and you hear Squall and Perkian fighting both in front and behind you on the upper deck. The tentacles are thrashing about wildly, splitting the banisters and swiping sundries from the deck. All right. So we will begin. Why don't you all roll for initiative?
I'm waiting for it to load.
I went to Bytes.
Oh, man, come on.
I just keep hoping it'll load before we have to say so.
Yeah, I know. So I just pulled you all to the scene, so hopefully it starts loading.
There it is.
Yeah.
All right. Oh man. I was a little surprised. I was like, man, they didn't even comment on the tentacles.
Yeah, no, those are some impressive tentacles.
Those are very tentacly.
Not the best I've seen. Did you get my roll? I did it before we transitioned. So I need
What'd you roll?
to, not good.
Just roll again. It's fine.
Okay, thank you.
All right. So Alessio and Salt need to roll. All right.
We're rolling what, initiative?
Correct. So you guys were able to make it to the top deck with pretty much everybody. It's impressive.
Yeah.
Better than I expected.
Oh,
And most importantly, Salt's alive.
Most
Yes.
important.
I
All
would
right.
die for that big dummy.
Well, you might get your wish.
Yeah, well, I hope I don't have to, but
All right. Are you guys all ready? Okay, cool. All right. So Alessio, you are up first.
All right. So is this guy being attacked by another of these freaking lizard guys?
So right now, what you see a lizard guy here. You hear some fighting up on the deck up back here, and you hear some fighting over near the wheel.
Jesus
There's
Christ.
also another one down here, and there's some tentacles surrounding the ship.
Oh my god.
Oh,
No.
Oh God.
Laugh.
I mean, guys, do we attack and try to save these people, or do we just get the hell off the boat?
Mama didn't raise no runner. Agnomeio will stand and fight.
Oh God, Agnomeio, of course you will. The guy that jumps into fucking pools of lava just to prove a point.
Yeah, yes, that is also something I do.
Well, in the name of preserving innocent lives, that is something Daffy is also quite passionate about. So I say we give it the old college try, and if things start to go really south, then we abandon ship.
All right. So,
All right.
all right. So with the group in mind, I'm going to attack this guy that's attacking whatever his name is. I forgot his name.
Charles.
Charles for the Unsullied.
Totally.
Yeah.
So Charles is actually a half orc. I had said that forever ago, but just for a reminder. So he's
All
a
right,
half
so
orc.
I get up close behind him because so I'm going to.
So you'll have
use my
advantage on your
dagger.
attack, and you can do sneak attack.
Yeah, that's what I'm gonna do. So
Awesome.
I'll do dagger. Oh
right.
damn!
Nice. So you have advantage.
So what? I just roll that again.
Yep. Ha! Same roll.
that's the same.
The exact same roll. Wow. All right. So you do 4 damage. Go ahead and roll your sneak attack damage.
Okay. Sneak attack.
Two more damage. All right. Excellent. Okay. Anything else?
No, that's that. All that amazing rolling and only fucking 2. What the hell? This guy wearing an iron ass? What the hell?
All right. Up next is Salt. So Salt is actually he's not brave. He just wanted to like kill the thing that was trying to kill him. So he's actually going to run up the stairs here. And he's gonna kind of hide near the mast. He's not all that interested in fighting, honestly. So Charles is up next. Charles is going to make a rapier attack against the Sahuagin. He is going to have advantage on that because you are flanking him. So he rolls a 17 and does 4 points of damage. All right, and
Everybody's got a rapier.
cool. Well, we're on the sea, All right,
Yeah.
so Charles is done.
Crossbuckle.
All right, up next is Squall. So Squall, he pulls his rapier out of its sheath, and you notice that his rapier is made of steel with a blue tint to it, and the bell-shaped handguard is made of flowing water. As he swings it around, drops of water spray from it as if he were cutting the rain with its speed. He is going to make an attack against this first Sahuagin, the one in front of him, with his rapier, called Riptide, the Drowning Death. All right, 13 will hit for 9 damage. All right, so that will be his turn. He's going to say, somebody get up here and help me. Knobolas, you're up.
Okay, so I would like to help him. However, I feel like if we kind of split up a little bit, like we can kind of kill these guys a lot faster, maybe.
Yep.
So I'm seeing this one over here. I see there's two, one on one side near a lifeboat and one on the other side near another lifeboat. So I'm going to go ahead and go after, let's see, let me just measure real quick. You know what? I can get a little closer. I'm going to go a little bit more center. Oop, wrong way. And then I'm going to Eldritch Blast this guy over here, since no one's really attacking him yet. So.
All right. So the one at the bottom, or which one?
Yes.
I missed that. Okay,
yes,
cool.
The one at the
yep.
bottom.
Go for it.
All right, 12.
All right, so a 12 will hit for 11 damage. All right,
okay.
So you shoot this much smaller looking version. You can tell it's definitely still the same species, still the same group, but something's very different about her. All right, other than the fact that you just blasted her with your nipples.
Oops, sorry.
All right, anything else?
Nope, I think that's it.
All right. Up next is the tentacles. So the tentacle at the top right is going to make a fling attack against Perkian Foggift, who's up here on the top. So he needs to succeed on a dexterity saving throw that I won't tell you how much. And let's see how that goes. A 15 does not succeed. So he is he's grasped by these tentacles, and he is thrown 60 feet out towards sea.
Oh my god.
That is more feet than I would care for.
So you hear a blood-curdling scream, and you see him kind of fly out, but you actually lose track of him just because of the darkness and the storm, but you hear the splash in the water. That didn't go well for him at all. All right. Up next is Elric. So Elric is going to...
Come on, Elric, do something, you redheaded bastard.
All right. So Elric, let's see, how far is this? This is 30 feet. Elric is going to 5, 10, 15, 20.
Attack the lizard asshole down there. Jesus.
All right.
Something.
So he hears you say that, and he'll do what you say. So he's going to cast Witch Bolt against the lizard asshole at the bottom.
Yes.
More of a fish asshole, honestly, but that's all right.
It looks like a Muppet.
So he attacks for 12, which does hit.
Look at the bolt.
He did 12 points of damage.
Well done.
And the spell ends if you each of your turns. On a hit, the target takes on each one of your turns, you can use action to deal an additional 1d12 lightning damage. So on Elric's next turn, if you would like to, he can do additional damage to it. All right. He is going to kind of move over here a little closer to the edge, but away from the tentacle. And up next is the Sahuagin. Those are weird words to say. Sahuagin Coral Smasher, who is going to... Sahuagin. He is going to race over to Salt, and he is going to use his Warhammer against Salt and make a Warhammer attack for 9, which does not hit. But then he's going to make a bite attack for 14, which does hit. All right. So Salt took a little bit of damage there. And actually, realistically, the Salt was a little bit more hurt than that. Give me just a sec. Salt was at 19 out of 35. It's a token problem. So
Swear
19.
to God, Bill, if you kill Salt.
It's not my fault. All All right, Salt is down. He is pretty injured. All right. Up next is the Sahuagin Priestess, who's down at the bottom. So she is going to cast. Let's see. So Alessio, you just did some damage. So she's going to look at you, and she's going to cast Hold Person, which is a spell. You need to make a Wisdom saving throw.
Okay.
Oh, a natural 20.
Nice.
All right, good job. So you're able to shrug off the Hold Person spell, no problem. But
Still my wisdom, dick.
she's gonna move herself a little further up towards the upper deck here. So 5, 10, 50. Yeah, that's about right. All right. So up next is the Sahuagin fighting next to Squall. So he's gonna make a spear attack with advantage against Squall because it's flanking. 13 will not hit. So he's going to make a bite attack against Squall. A 14 will hit, so 4 damage to Squall. All right. Up next is another Sahuagin Coral Smasher. This is the one that's right next to you guys here. So he sees you all emerge from the lower decks, and he's going to rush you, Daffy. And he's going to take a attack at you with... actually, you're hurt, so he's going to get advantage with his Warhammer. So 18 will hit, I believe.
Yes.
All right. So,
Sorry, I'm so annoyed.
all right. So that's 5 damage, and now he's going to make an attack with his bite.
Ooh.
God, what's with this extra bite shit? Jesus.
So he's going
Oh
to
my
do...
god, I have 1 hit point
You
left.
have 1 hit point left.
Oh my God, you gotta save Daffy now.
No.
All right. Up next, there's quite a few of these guys. So up next is Walter. I mean, you're on a boat. Everybody's fighting for their lives here. So Walter is going to rush up. He sees you getting attacked, Daffy, and he's actually going to try to come help you out. He is going to take an attack with advantage against the Coral Smasher with his scimitar. 18 will hit for 5 damage. All right. So, excellent. And now he's got his attention. Up next is the other Sahuagin next to Squall. Holy crap, there's a lot of these guys. All right, he's going to make an attack against Squall with a spear with advantage because Squall is injured. That will be 18. That will hit for 5 damage. And then a bite attack with advantage as well for another 3. So that will be 8 damage against Squall. So Squall's starting to yell back down. He's like, where is everybody? Get up here. Our dead boy, or at least maybe not dead, but at least in the water, is up next. He's not doing anything. Up next is Selro. So Selro is the little gnomish girl. She is going to stab at the coral guy with her short sword with advantage. 20 for 5. So she's going to do 5 damage against this guy. So now he's looking a bit more hurt. And Daffy, you are up.
Oh my God, Daffy.
Can I use lay on hands on myself?
Absolutely.
All right, I've got no choice.
Lay those hands.
Normally save it for my team, but I've got to do it. So I recover my hit points. And unfortunately, I think that's the only move I can make this turn.
All right. How many hit points are you regaining?
I'm giving myself 17 back, so I do have three hit points to spare for another lay on hands pool. So
Awesome.
There's that.
Cool. Did you want to move at all, or are you good?
I think I'm good, just because I could try to run away, but there's so many of these damn creatures on the boat that.
All right.
Instead...
Agnomeio, you're up.
Okay. I'm going to run up onto the steps. Nope, that's a wall. Never mind. I'm going to run over here to the steps.
Okay.
Wow. And then, so that was 15 feet. And then I'll go another 10.
Mm-hmm. I'll move you up. Okay, cool. Yep.
and then I can hit this guy with a Maui.
Very good.
Oh God!
Damn.
All right, a 10 does not hit, unfortunately.
I didn't think so.
Unfortunately. All right, anything else, Agnomeio?
I've already used my action surge.
All right. Salt looks down. He says, "Hey there, little guy. Thanks for coming."
I'm trying. I am trying, my large.
That was a good
friend.
try.
He's such a sweetheart. I love him. I love him so much.
Call the sweetheart.
All right. Up next is the other Sahuagin, currently engaged with Charles Durham. So back towards the front of the ship, he's going to be making a spear attack with no advantage. Sorry, I shouldn't have rolled advantage. So we'll do the 9 that he rolled. So that does not hit. Next, he's going to do a bite attack to follow it up. A 10 does not hit either. Wow. Okay, so he just fails all over the place. Maybe the ship's rocking a bit and just threw off his targeting. All right, Alessio, you're up.
Oh, God, what do I do here? I think Alessio's going to turn his attention back to the dumbass trying to kill Daffy.
Okay.
So I'm going to attack that guy with my rapier. Oh, Jesus.
Apparently not. Man, your dice are brutal. Somebody in the chat said you need to clear your cache. I couldn't agree more.
Dude, this sucks.
You get advantage on that though. You have advantage because
do?
he's flanked. Yep, he's very flanked.
All right. Let's hopefully a good advantage here. Jesus.
18 is
There
much
you
better.
go.
All right, so you do 6, and then you get sneak attack damage as well.
Ooh, I can roll sneak attack on him?
Yep, anytime you have advantage.
All right. Sneak attack comes. Sneak attack. Here we go. Yes.
Ooh, that was a good one. All right, an extra 10 damage. Very good.
Is this asshole dead yet?
He is not dead yet. He's a bit of a chunky boy, but he's looking pretty hurt. All right. Anything else?
Yeah, no, I'm just gonna watch you try to kill everybody.
Oh, I don't have to try. Just...
Salt, kill him.
So you guys notice that the boat is starting to list a bit to the port side, which for those of you not nautically inclined is the left-hand side. The tentacles seem to be pulling it down, mixed between that and the water starting to gush, probably you would assume into the second floor. This boat is in trouble. Salt stumbles a little bit, but he leans into the stumble and he takes a trident because he no longer has his battle fork. And he is going to stab at the coral smasher, whatever his name is. 21. Yeah, coral smasher.
Nice.
So he does 9 points of damage. He says, "All right, bad man." So sorry. All right. Up next is Charles. Charles is going to hopefully finish off his foe. He's going to make a rapier attack, just a regular one.
There you go.
17 to hit will definitely hit. An extra 5 damage. It's not enough to kill him, but it is enough to severely injure him. And that Sahuagin is likely fearing for his life at the moment. All right, up next is Squall. So Squall again raises his rapier to the sky, and he thrusts it forward into the Sahuagin. Apparently, he is going to be fighting by himself, and I think he's come to terms with that. So he is going to roll very well. He rolled a 22, and he's going to do 8 damage to the one in front of him, which is not quite enough, but very close.
God.
I know. All right, Knobolas, you're up.
All right, well,
Fuck are
I won't
these
let him
guys
fight
made
alone. I
out
know
of?
you're thinking he's going to fight alone, but I think, especially with this priestess heading up there, so I'm going to trail behind her, not too close, but I'm going to go like right about here at the bottom of the stairs. And then I'm going to Eldritch Blast her, just hopefully knock her.
Excellent.
Hopefully knock her off the ship, but
Okay.
All right, 16.
16 will hit. So for 11 damage, actually, she didn't even get to do anything cool. I suppose that's okay. I can lose one of them.
I'm sorry.
That's all right. All right, so as the Sahuagin priestess is rushing up the stairs, you kind of run behind her and you Eldritch Blast her in the back, and she falls dead at the top of the stairs.
Oh, finally, we killed one of these assholes.
All right, anything else, Nob?
I think I had 10 feet of steps left, so I'm just going to walk up a little bit further.
Cool.
And then I'll end my turn.
All right, Squall spots you, and he says, "About damn time." All right, up next is the tentacles.
He was doing fine on his own.
Up next,
I was thinking more like Lizzo. Like I thought I was about to break down. Like in a minute. I mean Sorry.
All right, so up next are the tentacles. So the tentacles are the one up here is going to make a attack against the lifeboat at the top of the ship, and it's going to knock it from its hoists, and it's going to fall into the ocean.
Y'all.
Oh God.
Well,
Y'all.
Up next is Elric. So Elric, where the hell is he? Oh, he's down at the bottom. All right. So Elric is going to he's going to help out Charles Durham, and he's going to make a let's say, actually that other guy is still. Oh no, the priestess is dead. All right, so he's going to make another witch bolt attack. No, he's going to make a ray of frost attack against the Sahuagin up there. Apparently not. So you're not the only one that can't roll tonight. All right, so 7 does not hit, and he's going to spend some more of his movement. He's actually going to jump onto the lifeboat. So he's still
the smartest man here.
He's still level with the dock, but he's still in the fight, but he is off the boat. All right, so the Sahuagin Coral Smasher, the one next to Salt, is about to attack. So he gets advantage with his Warhammer against Salt. A 13 hits for 11 damage.
Oh.
Salt,
What the hell? 11?
Salt has
Jesus.
2 hit points left. And he's kind of standing there and he's wavering a bit. He's like, "Oh, I don't feel so good." And he's going to make another bite attack for 13 will hit for 4 damage. And Salt falls to the ground. All right.
Dungeon Master, you're a dick.
You should have saved him.
I can't believe you just called Salt. I'm all far away. Oh my God.
Up next is the Sahuagin behind Squall. He's going to attack with advantage for flanking. All right. Squall gets hit with a 19 for 3 damage. Not a big deal. He's actually got some decent armor on, and he kind of shrugs it off. So he also makes a bite attack against him. 20 for 2 more damage. All right. Up next is the Coral Smasher next to you, Daffy. However, Walter came rushing in like a hero and got this Coral Smasher's attention, so he's going to make a Warhammer attack, just regular, because he's not Walter's not injured. A 15, which will definitely hit and does 6 damage to him. So he smashes him with his Warhammer and then goes in for the bite attack as well. Another 15 for another 4 damage. Walter is alive, but not by much. He's down on one knee and he looks up at you, Daffy, just making sure that you're all right. All right. Walter is actually up next, and he's going to kind of lunge forward with his scimitar and make another attack at this Coral Smasher with advantage for flanking. Oh, terrible. Apparently he's not feeling very well because he does not hit.
This whole night is fucking fixed.
I wish I had that kind of power, Jason. All right. So, Sahuagin against Squall. He is not going to hit. And then he's going to make a bite attack again. And Squall is kind of getting annoyed at this point. So he took 5 damage here. And you see... There's really nothing he could do. All right, never mind. I take that back. All right. Selro is up. She's behind the Coral Smasher. She says, "Walter!" And she's going to stab the Coral Smasher in the back with her short sword. 13 will not hit, even with advantage. Damn. And that's it. Daffy, you're up.
Right. Oh my God, so much is happening. Guys, I think we might have made a mistake by trying to see this through. So I don't know. I want to attack this Scroll Smasher, but I also want to say, hey, everybody, I think we should follow suit with Elric and get on the lifeboat before another tentacle comes and claims that one. And that's literally our only escape. So with that said, I will attack this guy.
Okay.
Please do something.
So 14 hits, and you do enough damage. You killed him. So you stabbed him, and he drops to the ground. He lands on top of his hammer, and it clatters to the ground. All
Excellent.
right.
But I'd also like to move closer to the lifeboat just so that I can encourage everyone to please follow suit.
I'm staying close to it. That's why I'm standing here at the top of the stairs.
All right. Anything else?
That'll do it.
All right, Agnomeio. So I will say, Agnomeio, you see salt. You see salt before you. He's holding the trident and his bag, and he is dead on the ground.
No.
He's definitely about to be sea salt.
I remove my hat. I remove my mask. I look the Sahuagin dead in the eyes. I draw forth my rapier, and I say, my name is Agnomeio Banderas. You killed my cook. Prepare to die.
Oh, wonderful.
And then I'm going to stab the shit out of him.
All right, go for it. Stab the shit out of him.
18.
That'll do it. So 18.
And as long as I'm doing it, I'm going to hit him with a disarming attack as well.
Awesome.
So he has to do a DC 14 strength save. He also takes 6 more damage.
All right. Nice. So he makes his strength save, but he does take the damage, and he is very close to dead.
Good.
All right. Anything else?
Nope. Can't use my action surge. Already used it, so I'm good.
All right. So the Sahuagin engaged with Charles at the moment is kind of seeing how things are going. He is going to make one more attack at Charles with his spear, trying to decide whether he's going to flee or not. He finally friggin' hits him for 2 damage. Oh, no, he doesn't, because he... Oh, yes, he would have, with the 13, he would have. He didn't have advantage, but that's fine. Okay, so now that Charles is damaged, he's going to attack him with his bite attack with advantage for another 3 damage. Charles does not have nearly the constitution that Squall does, and Charles is starting to look a little hurt. All right, up next is Alessio.
Alessio's in a bad fucking mood right now. He's going to... let's see. He's dead. He's dead. He's dead. He's going to come back behind the guy attacking Charles.
Mm-hmm.
Use his rapier again.
Okay, with advantage. Well, 19 will hit either way, and an 8 will kill him. But that's fine. All right.
There you go.
Cool. Oh, nice. All right, so that's enough to kill him. So you walk over, you stab him right in the back, and Charles and you lock eyes as the body falls between you. He says, "Thank you. I wasn't sure I had that one." All right. Anything else?
That's it.
Okay. Up next is Charles, who's going to race up the stairs. 2, 3, 4, 5. All right. He gets right about there. All right. Up next is Squall. Squall says, "Charles, about damn time." And then he's going to make another rapier attack against the Sahuagin with Riptide, which is going to hit for 9 damage. So the first Sahuagin up here dies, and Squall turns around to face the other one. All right. Up next is Knobolas.
All right, I guess I'll take one step forward. I can see the action from where I'm standing, right, on the little overlook area.
So they're up a little bit. I would say that you could probably get a shot off at the other Sahuagin, but it's a close one.
So I interpret that as down. Sorry, my bad.
Yeah. Sorry.
Okay, but I could still get a shot at him.
You could get a shot off. Yep.
Okay, yeah, I'm gonna go ahead and since there's only one of them left, I'm gonna go ahead and Eldritch Blast this one right here.
All right.
Nice.
So 24, yeah, that definitely hits. So 24, you do 12 damage. Excellent job, and you just blasted half of his health away.
Why does Knobolas have a dead icon on it? Oh, never mind.
Because you're on top.
I was like, oh god. My bad. Okay.
All right. So up next, are you all set?
You know what? I took one step forward. I'm gonna actually. I didn't kill the guy, right? It just damaged it. I assume Squall and Charles have it from here. I'm gonna walk a little bit back towards that lifeboat.
Okay.
So I'm gonna go back down the stairs. I'm gonna go like right, not get on it yet, but just kind of head back towards it.
Sure. Well, that was a really good decision because it's the tentacles' turns. So the tentacle up here is going to make a fling attack against Charles. So Charles needs to make a strength saving throw to see how he does. Oh, not quite enough. So Charles gets picked up and thrown off the ship.
Oh, no.
Squall reaches out and he says, Charles! Damn it. And then up next is Elric. So Elric motions for you guys. He says, come on, get on the boat. And he's going to spend his actions actually kind of untying some of the rigging and getting the thing ready to lower. All right, up next is the Coral Smasher that just killed Salt. He's going to attack you, Agnomeio. He's going to... You're not injured at all. Okay, so he's going to use his war... you didn't disarm him, correct?
Nope.
No, not sufficiently. All right, so a 21 to hit for 9 damage. And now he's going to make his...
I'm going to use my parry to reduce the damage.
Okay.
By 8.
Wow, okay. So he did 1 damage to you. Excellent.
Yep.
Nice. So it just kind of hurts your shoulder a little bit as you like, because it's a big old hammer and you're small. All right.
He gives you a Charlie horse. That's it.
So although you parried it, you still took damage. So he got advantage on his bite attack, which I don't think hits you anyway for 13. So not a big deal. So, but he is now fully all up in your face. All right.
Good.
Up next.
I would not have it any other way.
Up next is the Sahuagin behind Squall. He's going to make a spear attack with advantage. 16 will hit. Yes, 16 will hit for 4 damage. And then he's going to make a bite attack with advantage. All right, that will not hit. All right, so Squall says, God damn it, I've had enough of this. Walter's up next. Walter is going to get to his feet. He's going to motion for Selro. He's going to say, I'm getting to the lifeboat. And he's going to go 5, 10, 15, 20, 25. And he's going to use his last 5 feet of movement to hop onto the boat, which is starting to fill up. All right. Selro is, she's got little legs. She can't quite go quite as fast. But her and Salt were buddies. So she is going to run by, but she's going to try to throw her dagger while she's at the bottom of the stairs here towards the Coral Smasher. She'll get a little bit closer, so she has a better shot.
Oh, come on. Oh.
An 11 does not hit, unfortunately. So she tosses her dagger. It flies over the side. It actually sticks into one of the tentacles. But doesn't seem to do a damn thing. And she's going to use the rest of her movement to get about there. All right, up next is Daffy.
I'm ready to just abandon ship at this point. So I'm going to make my way for the lifeboat and also call out to my friends, say, come on, guys, time to go.
Okay. Are you getting on the boat, or I missed that? Are you just saying?
I would like to get on the boat.
Okay, cool. So you're getting on the boat. All right, Agnomeio, you're up.
Well, it is time for you to sleep with the fishes. Rapier! Come on, baby. 15.
15 will hit, and it does 7 points of damage, which he is almost dead, but not quite.
Well, in that case, I better use one more superiority dice and throw on what's the one that's going to do damage? Let's make sure I get this right. Well, yeah, goading attack will do damage, so I'll do that.
Okay.
And I'll do an extra 7.
Ooh, that's enough. All right.
Yeah!
So what do you say as part of your goading attack?
Oh. I like the sleep with the fishes line. I'm just going to use that. But after he falls, I'm going to stand over him. I'm going to take out a dagger. I'm going to carve a G into his forehead.
Nice. Awesome.
And I think you should sprinkle some fucking salt on him.
Oh, there you go. That's good.
All right. Do you have any salt on you?
No, I don't believe I do.
So feeling inspiration from this brilliant idea you have, you reach into the bag that Salt had dropped for some salt, figuring it's probably in there. And you notice the bag is completely empty, but you feel your hand fill with salt. So,
okay.
And then at which point you...
I'm going to take the bag with me and the trident, and I will salute Salt as I turn to go. He was a wonderful, sweet man. They should have called him Sugar, not Salt. I stole that from Adriana. She said that in the chat, and I thought it was too good. All right. And then I will make my way down towards the boat.
All right. Alessio, you're up.
For me, yeah, I mean, we fought, we killed who we could. It's time. I'm getting off this friggin' boat.
All right. So Alessio, I would like you to make a acrobatics check for me, because now the boat is completely listing to the side, and you're finding that you have to climb up the boat a bit in order to make it up to the lifeboat. 9 will do it. Actually, it was a fairly low DC because it's still pretty horizontal. Okay. Just for anybody else, you need to roll over an 8 at this point to move on the boat. All right. So you're going to jump onto the boat. Cool. There's not much room left. I'd say there's really only room for one person. All right. Up next, or anything else, Alessio?
No, just Knobolas and Agnomeio need to get on this friggin' boat.
All right. So Charles is no longer part of this. So Squall is up. So Squall is seeing the way things are going. He is going to take one more rapier attack here and then kind of try to run. So he's going to attack with his rapier. Not going to hit.
Oh.
And then he is going to use his full movement, 5, 10, 15. He's going to jump over the side. Jump over the side again, and that'll be his full movement. But this guy's going to get an attack of opportunity against Squall. That's going to hit for 2 damage. All right. Cool. All right. Knobolas, you're up.
Okay, when you say there's room for one person,
yep.
What if? I always say women and children first. Knobolas has the ability to disguise self as someone smaller and thinner than himself. So could Knobolas disguise himself as a child and fit room for a little gnome friend to join me and not take up much room?
So here's I love the way you're thinking, except those changes fail to hold up to physical inspection, meaning that although you would look smaller, you're not actually smaller.
Oh, Lord. Okay.
I know. I loved it.
Is this the moment that Knobolas just makes everyone hate him?
Well, can't Agnomeio just I don't know, stand
right on my shoulders,
sit on someone's shoulders, or
So it's. Go ahead.
There's room for one more, you said?
Yeah.
Well, and also the chat brings up a good question. Is the mimic gone? I know it's not actually a lifeboat, but it was attached to us.
Funny that you say that. The mimic is gone, and he's gone on purpose. The mimic, something happened to the mimic. You guys didn't figure. To the mimic. You guys didn't find out what that was.
Okay.
Oh, the priestess that I killed. All right.
Well, nor do I think it'd be a great idea to ride the mimic out of here.
Well, I mean, the freezing cold sea or that, maybe not. Okay.
There's room for Knobolas. I feel like even Agnomeio being so little, we can make room for Agnomeio. Damn it!
Who the hell is Walter? Like, does he need to be on this boat? Can we shove
Okay,
him
we
out?
also don't know that the boat isn't buoyant enough to carry all of us. He's saying there's not enough room. We
I don't
haven't
know.
actually put that shit in the water yet.
I say we fucking chuck Walter off the damn boat.
You know what? I'll leave that decision up to Agnomeio. I'm gonna just still disguise myself as a child to have a little bit less self-guilt. So Novelist is gonna transform himself into child form.
All right.
And then he's gonna get on the boat.
That's right. I think we should throw the I think Walter, take care of Walter. I don't know how he has the name Walter in this fantasy world.
It's a human. he's Walter.
Walter.
All right, so Knobolas, as he's running, he starts putting some makeup on his face and going, berries and cream, berries and cream. I like berries and cream.
Absolutely.
And he jumps on the boat. Now you do hear, between some of the work that Elric has been doing and just the general weight on this boat, it's starting to creak, and you can see the winches on the side are starting to pull. Like this is a lot of people in this boat. All right, up next are the tentacles. So
No, don't you dare.
I literally have a headache. Like, this is making me sick.
So the tentacles are going to reach out again. Let me just roll, because I like doing this. So there's 3 people on the deck. All 3 of them. Hold on. 1d3. Let's see if that's a thing. Rolled a 2 on a d3, which happens to be Selro Sparklebell. So poor little Selro needs to make a strength saving throw, which at this point I'll tell you is an 18. And let's see how she does. She has a negative modifier to her strength.
Oh, Jesus.
Oh, no. She needed to roll a nat 20.
There wasn't room for her anyways.
So she rolled a 14. The tentacle grabs her around the waist and flings her off the boat. And you guys watch her sail off into the darkness as you hear her scream.
Oh my God.
All right, so Elric is up next. He looks at the boat. He sees that it's totally full, and he's gonna hit the winch, and the boat's gonna lower down to the water. So you guys fall about 20 feet down to the surface of the water, and the boat kind of starts to take on a little bit of water, but ultimately kind of is buoyant enough to stay above. There's definitely some water in the bottom of the boat, though. All right, up next is this guy's dead. Let's get rid of him. So the Sahuagin that was fighting with Charles is actually gonna jump off the side of the boat into the water, and he's gonna disappear. We'll see what happens with that. Walter's up.
These guys can swim. Great, awesome.
Of course they can. They're fish people. So Walter is up next. He's gonna start bailing some of the water out. He's gonna use his hat. He's really got nothing else, and he's gonna start trying to take some of the water out of the boat. He does a pretty good job at it.
I was like, can you do an acrobatics check so we can just accidentally fall out the side of the boat? Is what I want to know.
Oopsie. All right, Daffy, you're up.
Is there like any sort of equipment on this boat, or is it literally just
Daffy, look at me, Daffy. Das Boot fucking Walter off the boat. He's gone.
So to answer your question, so these by all means go back to that conversation, but there are two oars on this boat. There is a small bag that seems to have some like fishing gear in it, and a couple of bandages and a couple of rations. There's not much in this boat.
So I was hoping I could fashion something for Agnomeio to like cling on to, but that doesn't sound like that might be enough. And I would kick Walter off the boat, but Daffy was feeling a level of affection towards him because he did try to like swoop in and save her. So that just doesn't feel right.
Feelings.
Oh my God,
is there a door we can just throw off that you can float on? We can tote behind like Titanic, like.
Well, that's what I was trying to think, like, or even the oars, but I feel like those aren't going to be sufficient.
Is there a rope on the boat? We could just tow freaking Walter off the boat.
Fuck Walter in particular. All right, what are you doing, Daffy? What are you doing? You guys are not out of danger. I mean, you're in a storm in the ocean too. You just
we gotta save Agnomeio. We gotta let him on the damn boat.
I'm just gonna yell out to Agnomeio and just be like, I know that we're kind of at capacity here, but come on, little man. Just jump on the boat.
All right. I mean, if you want, I'll give it a try.
Wait, you want him to jump on the boat? No. I do not want to
that's what she said. All right, what are you doing, Agnomeio?
Oh.
I am throwing myself off the boat.
It's such an Agnomeio move to just throw
So
It's his signature.
So you launch yourself off the boat. You fall about 20 feet, and you land. You know what? Let's make an acrobatics for me. Let's see if you land in the boat or not, because you kind of just leaped off the side.
The oar, like waiting to kind of.
I just land right on Walter and just squish him.
I know. I wasn't sure where else to put you. So,
acrobatics, you said?
Yes, please.
All right. Only a 12.
Right. With a 12, you do land in the boat, but you're going to take. Sorry, I should have rolled a d6, but that's fine. You're going to take 1 point of damage from the fall damage.
Yeah, no, that's cool.
All right, so you take a minute, and you're standing kind of like next to Walter. There's just no better way to represent that. You're standing next to Walter, and the boat is definitely teetering. It is not stable, but it is currently floating.
Oh,
all right.
Okay.
Anything else?
No.
Can I say something? Can I recommend that if anyone has anything on their physical being that they don't need, like just toss it overboard so we can lighten the load on the boat?
Oh yeah, that's cool. Yeah, I could get rid of this trident. Oh, and these hand axes. I don't really need those. Don't really use them much.
All right. So I'll take care of that for you. All right, so you're going to toss your trident and your 2 hand axes off?
Mm-hmm.
All right, anybody else?
I think I've got some javelins in my inventory. I just don't want them.
Okay.
I can get rid of them.
All right, we'll toss those javelins. I will say that this is starting to make a difference.
Okay, I got 3 spears. I'm going to throw all 3 of them off.
You have spears?
Hopefully we're actually getting some of these sea creatures while we're tossing these weapons.
Yeah, right.
Yeah, let's toss at the guy that just jumped in the water. Let's look for him.
Yeah.
Wait, hold on. Can I look? No, that's complicated.
All right, Alessio, it is your turn. So.
I mean, I was about to friggin' kill Walter and throw him off the boat, but we seem to be afloat now with everybody jettisoning some weight off the boat. So, do we need anything? Is there anything that needs to be done to get this boat away from the larger boat so we can kind of get away from the tentacles and everything else?
Grab those oars, man.
Yep, pretty much grab the oars and start rowing.
All right, is there anything I need to roll to grab the oars and start rowing?
No, easy enough.
Okay.
All right. So you guys are in the water. You're floating. You're grabbing the oars, and you're starting to make your way away from the ship. All right. It is now Squall's turn, who is still on the boat, and he's gonna run over to the side, and he's actually gonna do the same thing. He's gonna jump down into the boat.
Oh
no!
So he's going to make the same kind of roll as you did, acrobatics, which if I can find it, boom. There we go. Let's see how he does. All right, with a 12, he does land in the boat, and he says, "Jesus Christ, guys! All right, we need to get out of here immediately. This boat's going to be under the water soon, and that Kraken is still attacking. It's not going to just let us go." But
all right, let's start rowing.
But the boat is not made for 7 people. And you notice that where Squall is standing, it's now starting to you guys have all been in a canoe as it's about to tip over. It's like going like that. That's kind of what your boat is doing now. And I would imagine it's not going to stay afloat for very long. All right, that's the end of Squall's turn. Knobolas.
Knobolas, do what needs to be done.
Well, I don't know. I'm a little pissed at Squall right now, just like risking all of us just jumping his ass in there.
Yeah,
That's
But, like,
right.
Isn't the captain supposed to go down with the ship? Isn't that
Right?
an old seafaring
That's
rule?
right.
Yeah.
I think Squall needs to be the bait for the freaking Mr. The Kraken.
He's
so
right
we can
next to
get
you.
the hell out of here. Yep.
Okay.
If y'all want me,
Alessio
I
doesn't
will.
give a shit. Alessio
Just make-
says this shit in front of him. You
Just
know
making
him.
sure.
You know Alessio, he doesn't care who hears him.
So is Knobolas knocking Squall overboard? I'm not opposed to it. I look around to the party and like guys, what do we do? What do we do?
I'm gonna be like, Knobolas, you have to live with that if you choose to go with that decision.
Hey Knobolas, you just had a bad dream, right?
Yes.
Yeah. So there's there's bigger fish to fry. Squall.
All right, Squall. You know what? Yeah. Yeah,
All
I'm just gonna. Can I just push him overboard? Like.
So you can make a shove attack. So that is you roll an attack roll against the target's DC. AC. And the creature shoving makes a strength athletics check and add your athletics modifier. All right, so roll athletics for me.
Okay.
I haven't actually ever done a shove attack before. That's why I had to look up
Wait,
the
I was
rule.
I was just wondering, like, I don't want to stab him because that's a little.
Nope.
friggin'
So you're
rude.
basically standing up and you're gonna try to push him out overboard, right?
All right, sure.
Well, that's what you told me.
Yeah, athletics. Yeah.
And you do
Dang.
successfully. So he
Okay,
goes.
I was
He
getting a
goes.
little
In,
nervous.
he goes in the
I don't
water.
want any part of this.
So he goes in the water, but he's holding onto the side of the boat. So, yeah. All right, Knobolas. Anything else?
Yeah, I'm just gonna call down like, you're the captain, dude. Like, go down with the ship, bitch. Like,
I like that you added bitch at the end. That really.
and then I end my turn.
So he says, "Going down with the ships for suckers, and certainly not pirates." All right, Elric is up next. Seeing what just happened, he's got a lot more affinity for Squall than he does you, but he realizes he's a bit outnumbered. He's really unsure what to do with himself right now. Let's see. I think he's just gonna skip his turn, to be honest. Actually, you know what? No, he's gonna do his little light cantrip again, just so you guys have a little bit of light. Maybe not. I don't know. Whatever. He's basically skipping his turn. All right. Up next, that Sahuagin that actually jumped into the water pops up right next to Squall, and he is going to grab Squall. Maybe. Let's see. He's going to grab Squall.
Yeah.
Oh,
yeah,
with
he
a
does.
natty 20
Yeah,
for
he
sure. Let's see. What's Squall doing? Let's just give him a
Squall's
chance.
dying. That's what he's doing.
Give him a chance. Not with an 8.
Mm-mm.
All right. So the Sahuagin kind of comes out of the water and he wraps his arms around Squall and he pulls him down underneath the water. And you notice, well, we'll see. All right. Squall is now under the water. All right. Up next is Walter. And Walter reaches forward. He's trying to reach for Squall's hand, and he kind of puts his body over the side of the rowboat, and it starts to tip. What do you guys do?
I
I'm gonna grab that guy by the
Walter-
scruff
I
of the
grab
neck and just
Walter-
be like, nope.
Yeah, I grab Walter by the back of the pants and I fucking bye.
Oh no, I was pulling him back into the boat. I
Oh,
think you're doing
okay.
the opposite.
All right, so that's not gonna work. So we're gonna pull him back in.
Daffy's like, Wally Bear, no.
Wally.
I was trying to
Wally
pull him
Bear.
back in so he
She
didn't
gave
get himself
him a-
killed.
She gave him a nickname. Now we have to save him.
Awesome. All right, so Wally Bear, you bring him back into the ship, and he says, like, fuck, and then that's it. Daffy, your turn.
I'm just.
Sorry, go ahead.
What were you gonna say?
Nothing. Go ahead.
I feel like I'm just gonna grab an oar and just start rowing. I mean,
All right.
I don't know what else to do. We need to get out of here.
There's so much drama on this little boat. It's ridiculous.
I
So
know.
So all right, so let's see. I think it was who's currently rowing right now? I think it was Alessio and Daffy.
Yes, we're rowing.
Right.
Yeah.
Cool. All right, so between the two of you guys, why don't you both make a strength check for me?
Okay.
Okay.
And then Knobolas, I'd like you to make a perception roll for me.
All right.
10.
Okay.
18.
Perception. You know what? Knobolas has not risky whiskeyed. So
Okay.
there's a gnat in my whiskey, so I'm just gonna like
Protein.
slightly risky.
Protein.
Nah.
Close enough.
Risky whiskey.
Okay. Let's do that again.
All right.
Oh
Perception.
god, I got the gnat. Sorry.
Oh, even worse. All
It
right.
was not worth that.
So nothing. Okay.
Nothing.
So you all start. So with an 18 and the 10, that's no problem. You guys are a little bit off as far as strength goes, but you figure it out. Now, as you guys are escaping in the lifeboat, you figure out the weight balance. All 6 of you are fitting in there, thanks to some creative dropping of tools. And as the storm picks up, you hear a booming voice coming kind of from the storm itself. It says, "Those who would be brazen enough to challenge a god and his machinations will die within my realm." And the lifeboat raises up on a large wave and tips. You all go into the water, everything fades to black, and that's where we'll pick up next week here on Dungeons and Drams.
I'm so
God.
Thank you, everybody, for joining us here tonight. I realize this was a little bit later, but I appreciate you all hanging out. We will find out what happens to our group who are... We'll see. All right, thank you, everybody, and have a great rest of your night. Cheers.